Here we are.
Are we? Are we here or are
Here
we
we are.
over
There we are.
there?
We are
Good
there.
evening,
We
ladies
are
and
there.
gentlemen.
Hello, everybody.
It is, what is it? 20 after 11? Well, we go on
20.
such great hours. We just hop
We-
on whenever the hell we feel like it. Wonderbar.
We're the best. We're the best. We're the best. We're
Give
the
me
best. We're the best.
give me 1 second though.
I don't like it. Ew, I don't like that banner.
The what now?
Our banner. Yeah, I think it's cool.
Oh, the Trump banner. I'm gonna
Hmm.
change them soon. I get bored. I get bored very easily. Joe, I don't know
Well,
how
it's
I'm
the
not bored of
artist
you
in you.
yet.
It's the artist in you.
Yeah. Yeah, oh man, I'm following this guy. Um, love him, love him, love him. His name is Minuteman Mountain, and
Mm.
he's old-fashioned army dude. And he's a young, well, he's young. I'm not exactly sure because he always has the green hat on. I'm not exactly sure how old he is. But Joe, I'll see him in the mornings. He'll be playing the old music. He'll be like he'll be playing, but he'll play new news also, as well as old news, like from the World War II and shit.
Yeah,
And he'll play new news too, and it kind of sounds like he's great. I love him. I've never seen him before. I'm gonna put this up actually.
that's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm ready, Joe. Oh
She's a
yeah,
red.
I'm in love, and he's like, I could see like he probably has a good relationship. I'm not even sure if he really is army. I mean, you see all his crap in the background. I've only gone on like 2 or 3 times, said a couple of things, have a good day, because I'm always fishing around in the morning, but I just like the atmosphere in that chat group. I'm in. All right.
That's
I
cool.
hope people are here with
Well,
us
if you like
tonight.
it, I mean, stay there.
I got tons of people I follow in the morning, but
I find you learn more stuff when you like something.
you learn
And
more from other people.
yeah, you do.
And that's what the Democrats have problems with because they're always so ready to open their mouth, but they're never ever ready to listen.
True that.
I was
True that.
watching I was watching a video of a friend and she's doing some drawing and artwork and she's got these fat fucking hands. Man, she's a good friend of mine, but she's got real fat hands drawing this shit. And I was like, you know, the problem isn't that obesity runs in your family. It's that your family never runs.
There you go. Well, there you go, right?
Joe, walking right into it.
Woo! Oops.
I'm sorry, I don't know where that came.
Oh gosh.
Fucking awful.
I
I
love.
am terrible, people. All right. I wonder if Mama Helen is on.
Oh, I've already
I
shared
spent a
you.
lot of time with her and gave her a headache. Anytime we talk about religion, I give this poor woman a headache. It's not that I have any I just I just find that our history is majorly messed up and that has to have religious aspects included in it. I don't disrespect any religion, but I will not when you have hundreds, I don't know how many religions there are around the world. There's, a handful of major ones, right? But when you have so many to look at and people, I mean, I could say that some are on the lesser of the food chain, but how could you pick? How could you know that yours is right? Because you feel it? Because you feel it? Could be feeling the devil for all you know, right? Isn't he good with disguising shit? I'm just
Well,
saying. I
I
don't
I
know.
always thought religion was designed to give the people hope because it was so bleak. I mean, if you look at the stories, look at the story of Moses, for instance, uh, and pulling the people out of that kingdom, right? I mean, they were down and out, weren't they? Were they? I mean, they all
When
left.
Moses led the people,
Yeah, a lot of poor
and
people, right? Down and out. They were looking for hope. That's what it
isn't that
seemed
like the
like to
basis
me.
of all religions too? I mean,
Yeah, hope.
don't
Yeah, hope. Right? Hope for the people. Hope that things are going to get
stories about
better.
good and bad and how to
Yeah,
stay and
right.
what you should and
We're
shouldn't.
going to be saved. You're going to be saved.
Did God
Everything's going to
really
be
need to tell
okay.
us this? We didn't learn that it hurts when somebody else that we're used to gets hurt, and there should be like rules and regulations about not hurting people.
Right.
Did really God have to tell us this? And no offense, and I keep saying it, Christianity is only 2,000 years old. That is
Right.
nothing.
The
It's
planet, our planet is something like 5 million years old
4 billion, try
or
4 billion.
5 billion years old.
Over 4
5
billion
billion.
years old.
5 billion.
Yes.
It's a 10, it's supposed to be a 10 billion year star.
No, it's over 4 billion years old. In our
Mhm.
lifetime, we will never notice a difference.
Right.
Okay. So
Right.
there you have it.
I don't think we'll
I
notice.
will never put down religions, but I will never put down anybody's religion. Okay. Nobody's religion is more correct than anybody else. The religion I will put down are a sect of the Jewish. All right. The Ashkenazi. I'm thinking Anunnaki. Why does it sound Anunnaki are aliens, my friends? They're not of this world.
Oh no.
But yet it sounds like Ashkenazi. Now, Nazi at the end of the Jewish word or sect, Ashkenazi is Nazi. Now, let me explain this as clearly as I can. How in Israel is there 92% of these Jews, the Ashkenazi. I wish I had a Jewish tongue, right?
Yeah, don't ask me to go say
With
those words.
the word Nazi in it. You tell me. They are the fake Jews. They are the Khazar. I have mentioned the Khazar before. I have finally come out with the percentage, and I'll do a little more research, but what to my understanding, there's 92% of one type of sect of Jewish people.
There you go.
How is this possible? Maybe Candace Owens lost it, but maybe she's a little right. Because what the fuck is going on in the Gaza? They're killing those kids. I don't care if they're Palestinian or Israeli. You're gonna stick up for a religion but not a child? What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't care if you're Catholic or Christian or whatever, atheist. You don't see a little child getting hurt on either side and say, well, I still believe in the Jews. Are you fucking serious? No religion is over any child's little dead body.
Exactly.
Stupids.
It is
I've
stupid.
I've heard
I
this so many
agree.
times from other people, and they're not thinking. They're
Yeah.
not thinking. People are dying. Children are dying. Does it
Nobody
fucking
wins
really
in a
matter,
war.
religion?
Nobody wins in a war.
No.
Nobody wins.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting what's happening there. And you people must understand, I am not anti-Semitic. And stop. The racist card and the anti-Semitic card are the same
Oh
pieces of
God.
shit, and they're out the door. Understanding our history and what's going on and what the fucking cabal has done to the world, which are those assholes there in Israel, people. That's what's killing Gaza.
Hmm.
No, no. Not all the Ashkenazi are bad either. But when you can place a number at 92%, from what I gather, it's over the 90s percentile, that these are the same. I mean, what are the chances? And I guarantee you're going to find that these are the same Jews that own the media. I'm not afraid to say this. My Jewish friends would probably tell me, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Because they're not stupid. You don't believe in just one. How are you Christian and believe that it's okay to bomb a child just because he's Palestinian or Muslim?
It's not right.
It's not. Stop.
Not on anybody's. It's not on anybody's
But the
list to be
people in
right.
America must realize we are not funding Israel. We are not funding Israel. It's our soldiers. When Biden left our shit in Afghanistan, that was for us to fight these fucking Nazi communists. I want it to be corrected because I hear all these big shots saying the same crap. The reason why Trump dressed as or allowed the AI hope of himself was because he's trying to tell you very simply the Vatican was evil for genres. Anybody could have played his role, and
Mhm.
somebody did. I forgot the English actor's name. I think he was in
No, we had it posted. Didn't we? Posted it one
yeah, I
time, I
posted
think.
it. I forgot his name, Jared maybe or something. I forgot
Yeah,
his
we
name.
we even talked about it on a live one time. So
I'm so sick and tired of the hypocrisy. How
yeah,
can you be Catholic or Christian and think that this is okay, that war is okay? It's not. Israelis are not like, maybe they're the ones that told us in our history that America was Christian Judea. Maybe they were the ones that stuck it in our heads. Did you ever think of that? Because from what I know, most that came over from Britain and France were not fucking Jewish. Where the fuck did this even get involved in our history? People, please use your brains, not your hearts sometimes. Sometimes. Otherwise, you're libtardal. Because libtards use their feelings over their brains.
that they do. That they do. Wow.
There was no more anti-Catholic people than like Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden. And you could say all you want about that. And that's true. Nancy Poo used to say, how is the Pope? The Pope is evil. How is he allowing them to take communion? Nancy used to say it all the time. And I agreed with her. But it's also like, Nancy, sorry, that Pope isn't real.
It's like
That
she
Pope
played
is
both
not real.
sides.
Huh?
It was like she played both sides.
Who, Nancy?
Yeah. It's
A lot of
for
people
the
do. A lot of people
children.
flip-flop and don't realize it. I really try not to flip-flop. I even triple talk myself into don't flip-flop, Carolyn. There's an
Well,
order. There's a
well,
method to
our
madness.
first story goes into what we're talking about right now.
Tell me. That's all.
Well, it was we had a lot of layoffs at a university. So this from Fox News that Columbia University said it will cut around 180 staff members. It said Tuesday, following Trump's announcement in March that it canceled 400 million in federal grants over the Ivy League schools' failure to protect Jewish students from anti-Semitic harassment. See, they still have money.
Wait a second. Wait, what? Wait, what? Say that again. Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Say
The
it again, Joe, please, the
okay.
last part. And
Okay.
say it like you're human, not robot.
Okay. The Trump administration announcement. Okay. Tuesday following, let me just start all over. Columbia University said it will cut around 180 staff members Tuesday following the Trump administration's announcement in March that it canceled 400 million in federal grants over the
Right.
Ivy League schools' failure to protect Jewish students from anti-Semitic harassment.
Yeah. Where's every college has security?
Yeah. They
Where the
have
fuck
security.
are they? You know why they don't? Because they're in on it, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the best way to make America think that Israel is so great and the Palestinians are so bad is to have these fucking Ivy League colleges letting you know
Mm-hmm.
that they're not protecting the Israelites. Do you understand the reverse psychology? I ain't kidding. They have done this for centuries. They have
Yeah.
always used reverse
Yeah.
psychology. And we have hook, line, and sinker fell for it. Do we understand that there is, I mean,
Well,
it should be one, two, three. How hard
mhm.
is it for a college to protect their students? My
Yeah.
God, we used to be stopped in the driveway if they smelt a cigarette, or in the driveway, in the parking lot if they smelt a
Yeah.
cigarette
No
or
shit.
some
Right.
weed or something.
Yeah.
Forget it. And I
Yeah.
went to a CUNY school. Are you fucking kidding me?
They were
Columbia.
all over us then. I remember
It's
that. Yep.
a play. They're
Yep.
paid fucking actors,
Yeah.
people.
Well,
Get on top of it.
hey, it says that it's being pointed out that Columbia is not short on funding. They have an endowment valued at $14.8 billion as of June
How many people
2024.
freaking
They have money.
donate? How many
Yeah,
wings are there from, Soros and who else?
exactly. This is
Come
one of
on.
them. This is one of them.
Rockefeller Hallway.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
name them, guys. They were evil. You name them because if you know them, they were evil. If you know the name, they were evil. 90% of them. All right. You got people like Mel Gibson. He's famous. He's not
Hmm.
evil. Although I'm a little confused about Mel Gibson. I heard Mel Gibson was on Epstein's plane, but I'm not so I don't know yet. That doesn't mean anything, to be honest with you. It means it depends where they went and what they did, right? Planes, they fly all over, these private planes.
In the beginning, did he do it? Did he do any of it?
I don't think so. Only because he does have a very strong Christian belief.
There are
And
a
you
couple of
can't be
actors I believe
Christian.
that were involved.
You can't be any kind of Christian and believe in half the shit that the communists believe in.
Yeah.
You can't. It's just, it goes against, you can't be like, I love Christ and I love God, but hey, let's kill those Palestinian children. Sakes. I'm not even kidding, people. Everybody, I'm getting so sick. I really have to wake you guys up. You have to realize why. I know a lot of my Catholic friends think that it wasn't that great what Trump did. Some accept it. I really like to ask Nancy because Nancy, I really want to ask her her opinion. I haven't seen her though. But not everybody was very happy about it. But sometimes when you're trying to get people's attention, you have to stick them hard. And that's what's going on here. You're not waking up. Not you guys. Of course, people that follow us, most of us are awake. Some are still learning, but most of us are awake. But they really need a needling in the side, others. They need that needling because they're just not getting it. Trump is waiting for us to wake each other up. Because if it looks like the military and Trump are trying to wake us up, then it looks like a coup, right? Your beautiful word, coup. That's what it will look like. But if people wake up people, average day Joe, like Joe, wakes average day other Joe up, it's more acceptable. There's always a method to the madness. He really does play chess. Thank God I could work like that sometimes. Sometimes my
Mhm.
brain works like that. Other times
Sometimes
the brain don't
mine
work at
doesn't.
all, Joe. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong.
I wish we were. Sometimes I wish we were.
I really people have to wake up to Israel. They have to wake up to the fact that Biden was Jim Carrey.
Mhm.
This is not even like I think most people, most conspiracists just, take that for granted. Meanwhile, others do not. People are still thinking actors are great when they're not, right? Um,
They're not great.
no. I heard that Trump wants to bring Hollywood back to America
Yeah, because they're not filming in the
fuck no,
United States,
please, Trump.
supposedly.
We
That's not
don't
true.
need any of that shit. Let me ask you something.
That's not
Anybody
true.
ever watch a futuristic movie or Star Trek? Was there ever any fucking movies in Star Trek? Were they sitting there watching shit? No. No. In fact, at least Picard always read a book. Just saying. Just saying. Chewing gum for the eyes. And I think it will always be. I'm sorry because it's a beautiful art, but it's not meant where people have a series and make so much money and these people actors are so famous. I don't give a shit if you're an actor. What you do is kind of fun. You ain't deserving of somebody who flips a burger. You ain't deserving of any more money than the guy that has to get underneath the car, get all dirty, and change your transmission? Are you fucking kidding me? You get dressed up in like Cinderella clothes, skip around a little, say a couple of words, and have movie magic do everything else, and you're gonna get paid millions of dollars. No, Trump, no, 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 no. Take this shit away. Go shove it.
Yeah.
Plus, it will always be a way to indoctrinate people. Yeah, it's not, there's no life without TV anymore. I don't know many people that don't watch TV except for maybe some of our group.
I don't.
What
I
the
don't
fuck
watch it.
is it? What the hell? Your lives are so fucking boring. You have to
I don't
watch
watch it
TV?
anymore.
No,
I can't handle it.
no, I can't. I mean,
I
even if there
can't.
wasn't liberal shows, I wouldn't care. I never go back to it.
I have a hard time
Chewing gum
watching.
for the eyes. There are other things. I would rather walk on the beach and watch snails crawl than fucking TV. And I feel bad because I'm all for the arts, but then
Yeah.
go back to plays, go back to something, you know, you think Broadway was hard. These people worked 6 days and nights most of the time. You're out there working and singing. There's no cut and edit and, I would pick a Broadway play over fucking any kind of movie industry ever. I have more respect for the actors. The last play I saw, it was Nathan Lane and who is the one BB Nesmith
Hmm.
in Adam's Family. It was kind of cute. Me and my sister went. We had row D, which is like orchestra right there, and could shake their hands, touch their clothes. That's hard work.
Yeah.
And when they take off, they really need to. And they do it for months. Doing a TV show is tomfoolery. I'm sorry. Sick of that shit. Anyhow, what's next, Joe? I didn't mean to go off on TV. I know
That's
people
okay.
love it.
That's all right. Okay.
If you're going to watch TV, watch the older shows, please. They're not
Yeah.
indoctrinated.
Well,
They
I
will
watch.
hurt your
I watch.
brain.
Like things like SB mowing.
There you
Where they
go.
clean up people's yards for free, or these one guys up in Canada, they go around and they replace these people's gutter, and they then they secretly tell them, "Well, we're going to replace your roof too," and they put on a a lifetime warranty
Like a
roof
feel
for
good thing.
free.
I get it. I
I
get
like
it.
that stuff. I really
Well,
like that.
I watch YouTube because I believe
Yeah,
everybody should be famous then,
yeah.
right? If
There you
you're gonna
go.
have some fucking like that fucking idiot from Star Trek, no,
Hmm.
Star Wars.
Hmm.
We just read about him the other day. He told
Oh,
J.R.
guy,
Rowling,
was it? Yeah. Yeah.
Pedro, whatever his fucking
Yeah,
name,
he
fuck
was.
you
Yeah,
and your Star Wars, you fucking piece of. You know what? Get fucked up the ass like all fucking gay actors do, you
that
stupid
shit.
shit. So
No, thank you.
get the fuck out of here. Who the hell?
No, thank
He's grown
you.
up. He's Cabal. He grew up with it. Come
Yeah.
on, people, wake the fuck up.
So, from the New York Post, there is a migrant convicted of raping a 13-year-old child,
Is this
a
the
little girl
Massachusetts
in
thing?
Brazil. They convicted him, and then they let him out because remember they paroled him. So they
Wait, wait,
paroled
wait,
him into
wait.
the
They
United
convicted him?
States.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they convicted him in Brazil or here?
Right. They convicted him in
He,
Brazil. He was,
Brazil.
and then they paroled him here into our country. And where was he at? Up in Massachusetts, living in a where else? A daycare center.
Oh, you're fucking kidding. Yo,
No,
people, this is getting retarded.
his name is Andre Tiago Lucas, who is reportedly the father of the home daycare owner's two kids. So it says he escaped Brazil
Oh,
for the United States after he was sentenced in 2016. He was sentenced in 2016 to 9 years and 4 months in prison. So if that's true, if he was convicted um, to
God.
9 years and 4 months in prison in 2016, and he came here shortly after that, that means they definitely paroled that piece of shit into our country, and Joe Biden let him in. That right there constitutes treason. That's not protecting our southern border. That's their first job is to protect our borders, protect the people of the United States,
I think our
the people
first
you
job
represent.
I think the first job that Trump had was to actually protect our children. And this guy's a freaking pedophile. I don't have any
Just
words.
it's terrifying that one of these people can come here like that, convicted of rape already a convicted rapist, then come in here and be put in our country and let to be just disappear into our fabric, into the fabric of our country
Right.
without a
Well,
care in the world.
that's how most of these people work. That's what I
Yeah.
said. That's why they allowed them to have so much money
Mhm.
because the money was traceable. There's no cash. They weren't cashing checks. This isn't the old days. These immigrants were they had little cards they were giving, and wherever they were using those cards.
Yeah.
That's how Holman and Christy Nome knows where all these people are.
Yeah. These people are here living in our country. They could be living next door to you.
Oh, Pete Hegseth, good going, 20% of generals. All those
Yeah.
old war hogs and
Yeah. That when they become a
people.
general, at that point, they're all political.
But can you imagine 20%? How many fucking are there in the Pentagon?
Obviously, there's a lot of them.
That's the same with, listen, if you don't realize that the world is changing, just think of how many pedophiles there are. I mean, first there was Epstein, then there was P. Diddy. Now we're finding all these little guys all over the
Hmm.
place.
Hmm. Yep.
Everyday people that went to work, did good things, went to church, gave a tithe, whatever the fuck, donated, never ever thought that their neighbor could be a fucking pedophile. Never thought that there were so many, that there was a ring of them, that there was a whole job of getting these children and people in and out of the countries. It's unfathomable for good people to see that kind of evil.
Mhm.
Damn it.
Through that, through that. That should never have been brought here. It should never have been even. It should never have been let out of where it was at.
You
Should have
know,
stayed there.
I said I mentioned the other day on the live, like I told one of my teachers who I've been friends with for years, I said about what's going on um with the Pope and everything, with
Hmm.
him dying and Trump doing such a thing. And these Italian women, they're very, but they know. They also know in their head there's something wrong, that the Pope shouldn't be like this. But after I told you that the Eastern European, I said it in such a way, like I'm not gonna try not, I do curse a lot, and because I get very excited, like, come on, people, how do you not see it like I do? And I shouldn't be excited like that because I'm dealing with Joe for seven. I'm kidding, Joe, I'm kidding. But after I don't know why, because I'm not on Instagram, but I noticed she followed me on Instagram. My 80 something year old, she must be like 86 or something. I had her when I was 14 in OLPH, or Our Lady of Perpetual Help, or Our Lady of Pregnant Horrors, because they allowed a couple of pregnant women in there, but girls. And she started following me on Instagram. So maybe she understood something. Maybe even the older religious, very Catholic people can have or want something even different. They want to believe that is good, that there is good. Okay. The other thing I definitely wanted to say, oh, man, going back to um I have told everybody as many times as possible, if you have any signs of cancer, viruses, there are things to do, right? When you have a virus, the Japanese, damn, I always forget his name, and I'm pretty good with Japanese words, but he discovered that after 17 hours, your cells starve, so therefore they can't duplicate. Like viruses they can't do it themselves. They can't reproduce themselves. They need a cell to reproduce. But if the cells are dying because you're not eating, because they have not enough sugar, glucose, and so will the virus, right? I'm also finding out there's a drug called Fenben. That's the short name, but everybody knows
Ooh.
it by that. So if you have cancer, going through cancer, thinking, and this unfortunately happened to a lot of people that took the shot.
Hmm.
Different things happened.
Man, that hurt a lot of people.
If you have any sign, take your ivermectin and go get Fenben. Ivermectin is legal in a lot of states. If it's not, I don't even think it's legal here in Florida yet, which is retarded, but you can always get it from the vet. You could actually buy it on Chewy, all right, because it's for horses. It tastes like shit, but
Ew.
eating shit for a couple of days, well, it takes a while, I'd imagine.
But you don't have to eat a lot of it, dude.
You have to eat some a day. You have to eat
Okay.
some a day, yeah.
But it's not a lot that you have to eat every day. Just a
I
little bit.
don't know. I am not a doctor. All I
Yeah,
know is
me neither.
ivermectin and Fenben are two cures for cancer. I believe they're preventatives. It prevents cancer. So if you eat ivermectin or take a pill of it, you won't get cancer. Can you fucking imagine? And I know that RFK is coming out with the autism. He's come out with chemtrails. Chemtrails, guys, I will say it again. They're being cleaned out. Farmers are complaining now. Okay, that's an impossibility. All right. They have been doing chemtrails for what, 20 years? And now things are getting, no. No, what happens is if we're cleaning out the sky, we're cleaning out the air, we want all the heavy metals to fall out at one time so we can get rid of it all. So they're going to put heavier, this is my belief, they're going to put heavier metals, heavy metal in the air to get it all down. And that's why we're probably going to have the worst aluminum and barium and other things in our soils. Scientists will be doing tests, but it's old stuff already. I promise you, we are watching a movie. You can't go both ways. All right, I'll say it again. The reason the baby formula was taken is because off the shelves years ago is because it had poisons in it. The reason
Did.
we have expensive eggs is because we had them doing bioengineering to these chickens and eggs,
Where
right?
was
The
that
reason we're having
formula
bad
made?
weather is because what they did. What?
Where was the baby formula made?
It doesn't matter because they have outlets all over.
Because I'm wondering if all these other countries are all working in conjunction, like China trying to poison us,
It's not
putting all
just
that crap
China.
in our
It's not, why would
foods,
you
and
think it was just China?
it's not just China. I know it's
No,
not,
it's the
but I
cabal.
wonder which
The
other
cabal is
countries.
all over.
But I wonder if it's from one of the countries that's supposed to be one of our good
It could have been
allies.
in this country.
Wondering.
It could have been
That's
in
what
this
I'm.
fucking country. We had chemtrails here.
No, I know that.
So,
I know that.
so what if it's over, what if these chemtrails fall on top of corn that
They
we all
do.
use for maize, cornstarch, popcorn? All right, these are simple things. Do you see how it goes just bad? Um,
Yeah, no, and I know that they do that. And yeah, it does fall on our food. All that crap that they spray out, yeah, it falls on our food. We eat it.
but the only way to get rid of it is to do it all at once.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
clean it, get it all wet. I honestly, I know we're watching a movie. How do I know? Because Biden left equipment over there in Afghanistan for our troops to fight. Because the Ashkenazi, the Khazar, are as evil and as powerful as they come.
Hmm.
I have been talking about for years how I believe in certain in the 70s mostly. It probably happened, I mean, polio, so that was what, the 50s. So they started things again up in the 70s with the vaccinations. And I've said this time and time again. That's in England, it happened probably in 69, 70, 71, Canada, 70, 71, 72, here, 72, 73, 74.
Hmm.
I'm not exactly sure on the dates, but it's around there of. To find out from my neighbor, this woman is brilliant. She doesn't think of these things as conspiracies. My name Margie. Margie is her name. She did lab testing for 52 years. And she had told me that um in 74, I've said 74 a bunch of times, my friends. You could go back and listen. I swear to you, I don't lie, right? Her son was born in 74, and at that time they stopped using something to clean the babies. I think it was like Velitex. Maybe some of you older moms would know Velitex, or I can't remember. I'm sorry. This
Hmm.
was in a passing when I'm walking the dog. I love talking to her. I she knows her stuff without knowing that she's a conspiracist nowadays. She just knows it. Smart, smart lady. So they didn't clean her baby with this because they found out that it was causing internal damage to the babies. I think the baby's brains. Um, when they didn't wash off this one product, this Velitex or something. I can't really remember the
No
name.
wonder what's wrong with me.
That's what I'm saying. Different things from different
I'm just
generations,
teasing.
right? So this baby had her baby had terrible problems. Um, she had it had blisters She had to pop blisters like
Oh,
all over his poor little body.
ooh,
Because they didn't wash him correctly the first time.
yeah,
Who the fuck ever knew this
poor
shit? I
baby.
don't know. I know how there's a way to wrap a baby, right? Who the hell ever knew this shit, right? So, she had to give special care. Whatever she was using on the baby now was hurting its digestive system. So the baby ended up getting childhood diabetes and he died at 50 years old. So she lost her son. She must be in her 70s. So she lost her son a few years back, her youngest son, to diabetes. Childhood diabetes is, if you never, I knew 3 or 4 people very, very well with childhood diabetes. It is not fun. If they
My
don't
cousin,
take care of themselves, holy dear Lord,
my cousin had it. Yeah, she was bad.
it's nasty stuff.
They
All
said she
right.
was gonna. They said she would probably die about 18. But she's still alive. So
Yeah,
I think
well, you
she's in
see
her
what's going on
50s.
is we have much better,
Yes, we
you
do.
know, doctors
We
can
do.
keep us alive.
Yeah. And she's in her 50s. So they do know better stuff. They got
In her
better stuff.
50s would be about the same time, Joe.
Hmm. I know.
Because guess what? My brother, whose leg was chopped off from diabetes, half his leg, was born in 1974 as well.
Right.
Is this a fucking coincidence, people? Have I not been saying this? I look for coincidences. I can't help it. It's my life. The other thing we have to realize, I'm going to go on to another subject quickly. Music. That's how they controlled us. That's how the new harmonics, not
Hmm.
necessarily music. Different sounds
Well,
in movies is what made MK Ultra, I believe. I never figured it out. I'm like, why is it always on, MK Ultra? They say through TV, through the radio, you can get brainwashed. I really, and now I believe it doesn't necessarily have to be the music we're hearing. It could be the background sounds that could be
yeah.
subliminal.
Vibrations. Right.
Vibrations, right? Harmonics. Some visuals. We know
Yeah.
visuals can do it. We've seen subliminal messages put into. I don't know.
Music.
I don't know if they've ever
We've
actually
seen it put
proved
into
it.
music.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So you just got to wonder, like, what does like going to these concerts actually do to these people, right? You got like Lady Gaga, right? If she's Illuminati, which I believe she is,
Mhm.
yeah, she is. Okay. What type of music? What's in the background? What kind of harmonics? Is that why people saw devil shit? Some of them did. I don't know if I believe that, but listen, I've been seeing things myself. My dreams are intense. They have never not been intense. The same freaking dream, same dream for now 3 years. It's got to be 3 years now. If you've been watching the show for over a year, you've heard me say it's got to be for 2 years. It's got to be for 3. It's getting there. I don't keep count. I don't even know when I quit smoking, people. I barely remember my anniversary. So please, I don't know why. Because an anniversary is another Hallmark thing, right? They're all Hallmark things. Christmas. Don't please. Jesus was not born in during Christmas. That wouldn't be. That's our new year. That's not the new year for Jesus. The new year would be when life started, spring. In fact, I think Mama Helen mentioned something like that because I always thought it was in spring. I'm pretty sure Jesus' birthday is April 1st, which is sad because it's going to take generations to get that out of our heads. The whole April Fool's Day.
Mhm.
If that be true, I'm not sure, but it sounds right to me. What else would Satanists do? You got to understand, Satanists are evil. They're not naive, too. They know you're naive. They know religious people are naive. Do you hear that?
What?
Never mind. If you
I don't
didn't
hear
hear
anything.
it,
I don't hear it.
no, my I have to get a new battery. I keep forgetting. Not a battery, a plug. I love to use Japan as a reference. It's another thing I got. Do you have any more news, Joe?
I do have one more story.
I'm just gonna tell this a little.
Okay.
I like using Japan as a reference. Japan doesn't allow many people into their country, only a dozen a year or less. I watched a short video of this girl. I think she grew up in Japan. She's American, but she mostly grew up in Japan. And she's explaining why, or she's talking about the homeless in Japan. There's very little homeless in Japan.
Yes.
They have gates locking up areas. I don't know if I agree with this because it looks bad, but they have gates locking up, like, say, under bridges, subway stations, things like that, train stations, where people can't lay there and tent out.
Yeah.
Um, for the most part, it's usually elderly men that can't work. Those are the homeless. They don't really have homeless. People don't give them money. They don't. The Japanese won't give them, they won't give them money. I don't know if it's probably out of respect. I respect you too much. Get up off your ass and go work or something. I really don't know why. But the number one reason Japan does not have as much homelessness, I mean, besides them being a smaller country, I'm talking about percentages, in percentage, even of America, right? Like it, they do not have a drug problem.
Mm.
Japan does not allow drugs into the country.
No, they don't.
What?
And they
What?
sure as the fuck don't let fentanyl in.
Oh my God, is that legal? Is that
Yeah.
Winchester? Did you hear what I said, Kit and Kat? Can you believe the nerve of that country
I
not
know,
allowing
right?
drugs in? Wow. And they're not having a giant homeless problem? What? It's
Go
my
figure
contacts, by
that.
the way. Got new contacts because these suck. I never write to 1-800 contacts. I've been using them. Let's see, I'm on contacts for 35 something years, probably over 35 years, and I've been using them for like 33 of those years. I've never had a problem. In fact, I didn't get a package once, and I wrote to them like my contacts didn't come, and they saw on their end that it should have been delivered. This is after using them for like a year or two, and they sent me a whole box. Then the other box came. They just told me to keep it. I have never had a problem with 1-800 contacts, and I'm not one to like say, hey, go and use them, but never had a problem with them. Good, fast, cheap contacts. Well, these were too cheap. Actually, I don't have them in my eyes. I don't like right now. But I wrote to them and I told them, I was like, it's like glass shards. Please, you gotta stop selling them. I've been a member of yours for like 30 something years. Please. I'm gonna send them back. I have 4 pairs left. I'm gonna send them back. Terrible, terrible. I thought I'd try a cheaper pair just to see. Whoa. Nope, $250 later, guys, for 6 months.
No way, Jose.
Yeah, this was worth it. All right, go on with your last subject, Joe. Let's go
It's
because it's already 12.
we have Chinese spies very close to our country. Just 90 miles off of the US coast. Guess where? None other than Cuba. So two House committees called on the Department of Homeland Security to provide classified briefing addressing the threat of multiple suspected Chinese Communist Party spy installations throughout Cuba. They sent the it was the letter sent by the House Homeland Security Committee and House Select Committee on the CCP to DHS Secretary Christino. They want to know the threat assessment from the department. So they've already seen at least 4 signals of intelligence installations in Cuba from the Chinese government because they're already established there. They already have The suspected Chinese spies installations are as close as 90 miles off the U.S. coast. That's way too close.
Yeah.
They have their
Well, we
it says the letter warns positioning them to intercept sensitive intelligence from Kennedy Space Center, Naval Submarine Base Kings Bay, Cape Canaveral Space Force Station,
the hurricanes
and Naval
people, we
Station
kept
Guantanamo Bay. What?
yeah. I kept saying that they still had power there and the
Yep,
embassy in the central. So Cuba, it
yep.
is Cuba. I had to slip a tongue the last time we were on and I said Cuba by accident. Maybe I wasn't wrong. I told you people, it's like being zapped into my head. Like I'm just open to this stuff because where did that slip of the tongue come from? Now he's talking about this always happens. I talked about I talked about the Finnish, right? And then he went off to Finland. Another forget about it. This is crazy. So yeah, we have to watch out with the Cubas.
How we do.
And we know, if you don't remember, I'll remind you, Castro's son is Trudeau. It just
There
is.
you go. Yeah,
It
I mean,
just
it's the evidence is just right there
yeah. I mean, they
in
look
your
a lot
face.
alike. That
Yeah.
that says it.
Trudeau with longer hair. That's all it is, man. All it is.
Trudeau yeah, you mean yeah, without a
Yeah,
beard,
you
it
know,
looks
it
like
looks just like Castro before
Castro
Castro
without a
cut his hair.
beard.
If you remember correctly, Castro did have long hair at one time,
Um,
or a bandana.
I wonder, brand new water park exploded in 2024. How does a water park go on fire?
What? That's just doesn't make
I know,
sense.
that just came up on my feed. I'm like, what?
A water park on fire. Okay, that's new. The new and strange things that can happen in the world today. A water park on fire.
In San Francisco, a live grenade was reportedly tossed from a moving vehicle. Meanwhile, authorities captured an escaped inmate in a local casino. Oh God. There was another one. A newborn baby boy was discovered abandoned in a dumpster in Riverside, California, with its umbilical
Uh,
cord attached. People,
oh, you know
if you
what?
don't let Trump do what he's gonna do,
Yep.
just sit back because even your twisted, fucked up minds, and I'm talking to the libtards, will have to change soon.
Yep.
Either he'll MK ultra us out of it. Then, of course, we have the Golden Dome. It's a missile shield aiming to bolster
You know they
national
made
defense.
they had a big major bust. I mean, huge one out here in the West. The with the it was there was something like 300 pills, 300,000 pills or something like that.
Yeah.
300 million pills, something like that, that were laced with that fentanyl. I wonder how it's still getting in. Because I always said that when when they busted something, a major bust, whenever you used to see a bust coming on the TV from the oh they did a major drug bust. I always knew that they would let you see a drug bust, and it was always so much, right? But there was more that had gotten through already. Oh, God.
Right.
So
I I
th-
don't know.
this was big, though. This was a major bust. It was in like 5 or 6 different states out here.
So who did it though?
The DEA,
The DEA did it?
yeah, yeah, it was a big thing, man. Whoa.
That's pretty good. We're moving on up. Not long ago I said that Mike Wolf and Rick Harrison are probably bad guy. I mean, I've been seeing this shit all over YouTube. I don't watch TV, so I haven't really looked it up any other way, to be honest
Ooh,
with you. But now I'm seeing that Caesar Milan is one of these creeps as well. Caesar Milan was the one, the dog whisperer.
yeah. No, don't say that. Don't say that.
You see, they're all part of it.
I
They're
don't
all
want to hear
fucking
that. He
part of
was
it.
fucking good with the dogs, yo.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I was wrong about that. That bust, it was 3 million fentanyl laced
Oh,
pills, oxycodone, and it was 5 states.
it, that's just weird that you brought that up after I said that Japan has a very minimal drug problem.
I
Very
know.
minimal.
And this was
And
huge.
and
It's
you know
like they're
what? The
trying to kill
people,
us, man.
when you're off drugs,
Hmm.
you know that drugs are bad.
Yes, you
So you
do.
don't
Yes,
bother
you do.
arguing with anybody about it.
That's right.
Once you're introduced to drugs, then you're like,
Hmm.
hey, let's give it more of a shot because they're addicting.
They're very addicting. They're
I
bad.
don't care if the
Man, please
government
stay away
says
from them.
no more drugs,
Ugh.
because then we'll have less rapists, less robberies, less killings.
Right. Stay away from them, guys. They ain't not
Right?
worth it. They're not worth it.
Ridiculous. I'm going to try on my new contacts. Joe, are we ready to go?
Yeah, that was my last story. Wow.
All right. I think we'll say goodbye then. I know you guys think I'm insane. Um, I don't in general suffer from insanity. I actually enjoy every minute of it. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, guys.
See you guys
We'll see you
next time.
later.